Welcome to a waterfall in New Zealand, because that looks like where I am right now. But of course I'm not. And the reason why we've got this is because we're using a green screen. Do you want to do it? There you go. Green screen. How cool is that? Because our studio is used by other people. So we have clients come in and we move things around and change things up. And today we had Sally Lawrenson, who's an educator, and she's putting together a series of webinars. And they'll be coming out soon. You might like to make use of a studio with a beautiful green screen. Have we got the green screen?
Not doing it again.
Oh, he's not doing it again. All right. Okay, stop. That's enough.
Put the hat on.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back with Bettina in a second. You are in the most beautiful setting, Bettina. Look at where you are. It's gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hello.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump straight into it. What's your first piece of random shit?
Oh, my first piece of random shit, that's the one I selected. It's called Spokes in the Road.
Oh, spooks.
Like forks in the road.
Okay.
Like forks in the road.
Spokes in the road. Okay, yes.
Now, when I was at a sort of political low point a few years back, and I sort of wanted to reinvent myself as as part of the anti-plastic revolution.
Yes.
My wonderful partner in crime, Desiree, and me, we've tried various things to make stuff here again and not just buy stuff to sell it. So we were sewing and doing things, and one of the I dipped my toe into the whole Alibaba getting things from China.
Yeah.
Because making things here is just so expensive. So I thought if I can balance that with buying a few things and then sort of matching that together, that at least I have a chance of survival. And so we ordered, I made a logo, and we ordered, hang on, let me see.
Ah, plastic, no thanks. So that's
thousands of bamboo reusable spokes.
They're fantastic.
It was all the rage at the time. You have that in your handbag.
Yes.
And wrap it in a napkin, and if you have any takeaway, you eat that. Now, this is made of bamboo.
Yep.
We've got loads of bamboo growing easily in Queensland, but we are not using it. We are not making anything of it. So
yeah.
It's sort of that was sort of a startling awakening for me. When I ordered these, the experience itself was really interesting. Apart from the stress from ordering, and you have a minimum order, so you've got to put quite a lot of money down, and then you don't know what the factory is like, what the pollution levels are like, how the people who make these are looked after. So if you go into Alibaba, you see lots and lots of certificates of this, that, and other, but of course you can't read it. So there's a whole sort of business around having agents in there and so forth. And then these things arrive, and I spent days with another good friend on the sofa and chucking all the ones out that were actually had a prong missing or whatever. Mm. And it opened my eyes to what this whole drop shipping and importing and selling, especially of sustainable goods, is all about. And I sort of really shrunk away from it because I thought there's just so many ethical unknowns around that.
Yeah.
That that was the only time I actually did that. And now I've got and when these arrived, every 6 came in a plastic packet. So apart from the terrible product miles shipping in from China and then coming up the coast, I had all of them wrapped in plastic. So I had to unwrap them, toss quite a few of them. And here we are. So now, and then I am not a salesperson, so I didn't, and especially when I think like, oh, this is a bit.
Yeah.
But they are here, and they're actually a great product. Our grandkids, they love eating with them and so on. But I've got thousands of them sitting in my container, random shit. So it's sitting there. I just thought I'd share that with you, and maybe if there's any not-for-profit or a group that does good stuff, they could contact me, and we are happy to sponsor and donate them. They are nice products, but that is that. That's my random shit.
That's a great story, and it reminds me of the thousands of books that we have in our shed of the Holiday Lifestyle Cookbook. And when Matt was trying to earn some money, and I suggested, you could gurney driveways or, wash cars or whatever. And he just went, nah, I'm not going to do that. And he started selling the book at the market. And so for a young person who is trying to earn money and save for something, selling stuff at a market is a really good way of doing it. So, maybe there's a young person out there.
Yeah, so in a way, it's sort of I could talk ad nauseum about this stuff, but this also, because it happens when I was quite at a crisis and in a dilemma here in local politics.
Yes.
It really reminded me of, have you ever heard of a guy called Karl Valentin?
No.
He was a Munich comedian who sort of worked or was an inspiration to Brecht and Samuel Beckett and so on. He was a very, very abstract comedian, but he actually made it into mainstream in the Weimar Republic before the Nazis were in control.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't sort of comply with the Nazi etiquette, and he was outspoken and very, very beautiful man. In fact, I should show you a picture. You would love him. Coming from a sort of a comedian entertainment background. He was just so beautiful. He's in a lot of old German black and white movies, a real cultural icon. And he, under the Nazis then, he was actually starving. And what he did was he whittled spoons.
Wow, okay.
And he whittled spoons and he sold them from door to door. And he died of cold exposure on one of the German fun heydays, the carnival days. Yeah. On Rosenmontag, he apparently died because of cold exposure, trying to sell his bloody spoons.
Oh dear!
So it's got a lot of
some
ethical components for me.
Oh God, that's a great story. I love it. All right, I'm going to share my first piece.
Go.
The word I was looking for the other day was purloined. So I purloined this book from my friend Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. I think I was about 18, probably about 18, 17 or 18 when she loaned this to me. I'm not going to say that I'm now 57 and I've had this book ever since. But there you go, I just did. Anyway, so it's a book about craft manual of North American Indian footwear. And at the time, Kathy was working at the sandalwood tree, and they made shoes. And I really rather liked the idea of making moccasins. So I purloined the book, and then I went and bought a piece of leather, which is gorgeous, and it looks actually like a very beautiful colour on that screen. But yeah, so it's this teal kind of colour, and I still have it. And as you can see, it doesn't look anything like moccasins. So I still have it. Do you think I'll ever make moccasins, Bettina?
Yeah, probably yes, one. The other one might wait. But you also, this is the trouble of, I'll see you also as what they call a multi-potentialite. So we do need to understand how all these things work and fit together and give it a go, because making stuff is so much fun.
It is
That doesn't
fun.
mean you want to go into production of this stuff.
No,
but
I just wanted to make them for me, just to wear around the house. But I don't know how many years ago. Almost 40 years ago. Think of that.
Oh.
All right, so what's your second piece of random shit?
Oh, I need you to, I couldn't decide, and they're all sort of a bit weird. So I made, you can choose. My first one was the fork in the road. My next one, you have to pick two,
Okay,
three,
so
or 4.
elephant, female trouble, and from politics to flower pots. Oh, elephant bums. Sorry, I'm looking.
Bums.
Yeah,
That might
okay.
be a quick one. I might get a third one in then.
Well, let's go.
Elephant bums. Look, I've got lots of, I've got quite a few of them.
Oh, for goodness sakes. And what is it really? I can see what it's looking like, but I know that you haven't because you're not the kind of person who goes out and shoots elephants just to gather their bum.
No.
No.
It's the fabulous Sunshine Beach High School PNC. We have designed a container for change trailer.
Okay.
And the holes where you put the bottles in, the donations in.
Oh, that's that. Oh, that's really cool. I like that.
I did think for a moment, but of course it's impossible, that it should actually be an animals behind, and it would make people laugh. But we aborted that, being school and all of that.
Oh, that's boring. You could have added some sound effects to it. That would have been really enticing.
That's right.
A bit of a
Opportunities. Well, yes. Yeah. Right. What have you got?
All right,
what
so
else have you got?
But my next piece is I've actually put a range of books up here, and these are all female authors that I discovered when I was younger. So Elizabeth Joly was an Australian writer, and the first book I ever came across of hers was this one, Woman in a Lampshade. And one day I loved it. I loved the book, and I love the quirkiness of her writing, and it's just odd in a way that's quite indescribable. Anyway, so I was at my mother-in-law's place one day, and again, this was a very long time ago, and she had this lampshade, and I'd just seen a little video, a TV thing, and I'm sure it was Ruth Cracknell, and she's sitting up in bed with this lampshade on her head, and it was just a little piece of Woman in a Lampshade, and I rushed over to this lampshade, and I just went, oh my God, I love this. So so I have this lampshade, and what I found, other than it being extraordinarily awkward, and that's kind of okay. I managed not to hit the microphone then, which was really good. But what I discovered over the years is that if there were times I really needed to change the way my brain was working or my thought processes, and I was doing something super mundane like housework, and I didn't want to do it because that is not, high on my skill set, then I would adorn my head with something odd, and I managed to get through the housework quite, adequately. So I really love the oddness of lampshades. And if you Google Woman in a Lampshade and click images, you'll find masses of photos of beautiful women wearing lampshades. It's a thing.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Look it up. It's fun. Find your favourite lampshade. In fact, maybe we could just do a little photo thing of, all the viewers out there. Go and find a lampshade, stick it on your head and take a photo, because I'd love to see them.
I've got a fetching one. I've got one in mind. I've got to go and do it.
You'll have to do it now, Bettina. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so now the last thing I'm going to do before we go is to ask you a question. So this is from our Doctor Who Trivial Pursuit.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
quiz time. There might be only one Z on quiz, I'm not sure. Anyway, who created the painting The Pandorica Opens, the work of art that made its way across the universe to the 11th Doctor?
I know what it is.
Wow.
So who created the painting The Pandorica Opens? Who painted that? And do you remember it got all the way to, and it was Matt Smith was the Doctor. I'll leave it with you. You can think about it.
Okay.
Let me know in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And anyone
Yeah,
else?
I can't answer.
No. You'll know it because the artist featured in an earlier episode.
Okay.
That's like a clue. Famous artist.
Dali would it be?
No, Dali wasn't in a Doctor Who episode.
Klimt? No, I don't know.
No, Klimt
I didn't
wasn't
see all of them.
He was missing a body part.
Oh yeah, okay, fungal.
Yeah, there you go. Got it.
Oh, sorry, blew your.
Yeah,
blew
no,
your
that's
little
all right.
pots.
That's all right. There's plenty of other questions we can ask.
Yes.
All right. So, Bettina, we're going to go now, though. Thank you for joining us. Nice
It was
to
lovely to talk to you.
see where you are, and we'll catch up for more random shit in the future.
I've got 2 more in my back pocket for you, so
All right.
we'll see you another time, and I'll wear a lampshade.
In a couple of weeks' time.
Very good.
Thank you. Bye. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching. We're on. Okay. Thank you. You're so indulgent, aren't you? I just love the way that you come along and you watch the show and you comment and you share it and you have a bit of a laugh. If you've got something random that you'd like to share, send me a message. Send me some photos. I really love all of this stuff. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.